This is now an update of this very large Premna which we have put in this very large flower pot, and you will notice that this is now very much denser than it was when we first placed it. Okay, and let's focus on some branches. So the lower branches, if you notice, there are now wire works. See, these are wire works, wire I'm stored. Okay, and then but still some branches, or most of the branches, I'm still growing. So I guess by now you already get an idea on how I thicken my branches, but I still get questions on how to thicken these branches, in spite of so many videos I have already done in how to thicken branches. So I think every time I will make a video I have to emphasize this, how to thicken branches. So there again, there's a branch there. Wire works can be vividly seen or observed. So, but now today I decided to work on this because the branches are already digging in. Okay, so this is outside my garden, and this is from a vacant lot, and you see that I am using this also, and sort of my hunting area, because this is where I plant my okay, very rough material. So that's the background. Okay, there's a boogie there. Some are in plastic basins, so you will have an idea on how I grow large materials. Okay, so that's it. So here's a closer look on those branches. Okay, this one. They need to be removed because the wires are digging in. Okay, this is similar to the other branches. So to answer that question, how do I increase the thickness, or how do I grow thick branches? So just let them grow long, just like this. So for example, and this one here, I haven't wired it yet, but I allow this to grow long so that this will thicken up. But as soon as this thicken up, then it will be time for this to be cut. So that's the only time that you cut it, when your desired thickness has been attained. So similar here. But still, I received a question yesterday, so that's why I'm answering it now. So like this one here, I allow this to grow, but then of course the problem is eventually the wires will dig in, and you will have to remove that. And also another technique to thicken the side of the branch. For example, here you will notice that there are many shoots growing. And the question is, how did I induce these shoots to grow at the lower portion of the branch, since normally the normal response of a branch is to grow apically here. So for example, here there's a growth. So this is the normal response of the branch, but here you have noticed that there are many shoots growing at the base. That is also one way to thicken your branch. You have to have many shoots growing there, and some maybe will be just used as a sacrifice branch. You will not use them all. Sacrifice branch in order to thicken this portion. Okay, the rest you won't need them. They're too long, or you need to create taper, so you have to cut again. So in this case, there are many shoots. So again, the question is, how did I so the answer to that, how I induce those shoots, is to remove the lower leaves near the base. So that's the way to do it. You remove, and then since the response is not new leaves, rather new twigs, so that's why shoots, there are now growing shoots instead of leaf replacement. So for example, in this branch, okay, you remove this, okay, and then supposedly new shoots will grow there. So another here, there's already a shoot. Okay, there's a shoot. So you remove these leaves, but don't remove the upper leaves. Okay, don't remove the leaves here, so that the bud will still stay there. So for example, in this case, okay, do not cut the tip, so that this will continue growing. And then do not remove these leaves here. You do not need them. You just need them to grow long, so that to thicken this part here. Okay, so that's how to thicken. Another way, okay, I'll give you another way to do it is that, for example, if this is already the tip of your branch, and there are so many shoots growing in the tip, this is the normal response. So what you do there is you cut them, okay? You discourage growing from there. So cut them all, so that only the tip will remain, and thus all of the energy which is being utilized by these shoots will be pushed back. So here's another one. Oh, that's not one. So this one will be pushed back down to the base. Okay, so hopefully I have answered that. You see also there are flowers like this one. See, these are the flowers of the Premna. But then flowers are energy consuming. So here's another there, lower, at the lower side. Okay, those are very much energy consuming. Then if you want your tree to focus on growing branches, then you remove this flower. So this one I cut. Okay, here's still another one I cut. Then just let the tip continue to grow there. So here also I remove the flowers. Okay, so that's the way to do it. I remove the flowers so that the branches can concentrate on using its energy to produce large branches. Now here's a branch which the wire have dig in a lot. You see, for example, this one and this branch and this wire. So here, so we need to remove them. Okay. So from the tip, usually the tip of the wire is the hardest to turn, so I use pliers. Okay, then hold here. So as you uncoil, you straighten the wire along so that you can manage it better. So this is part of your problem if you are growing large branches and you have already wired. Now I have to wire them because although this is just clip and grow, I have to wire them so that they will grow laterally. So for example, this one is not wired, so it's growing up. That's the tendency of the branch to grow towards the upper portion. That's the principle of apical dominance. So in this case, it's not yet very much digging, so I might as well use this wire. I'm straightening it now to wrap this. Use it on the other branch. I'm not cutting this, although it's sort of, they are emanating from the same point, but when you're still in the almost in the early developmental stage, you do not cut, because what you want is you want to grow large branches, and in this case you even want to grow lots of roots first. So I'm bending it down right there, then put some movement by bending it to the left and right. So left, right, down, up. Okay, then at the end you try to make this go up so that the tip will grow. Okay, the tip, this tip will grow faster if this is going up, although it may not be necessary that eventually the branch will go up, but that's the way to do it. You help the plant to stay up. So again, I move it down, then left and right, then up. So that's the way to wire, and that's the way to grow thick branches.